Hello everyone, this is the last video lesson that I will be making for functions and trig for my student teaching. And I just wanted to say thank you. I wish it didn't have to be online like it has been the last couple months, but you gotta work with, that's how life is. You just have to roll with what you got. So for your key points for your quiz that you'll be seeing, you're gonna have to identify the different parent functions. So remember there's the 6 of them. And you're going to be working with translations, like different shifts, like if it's vertical, horizontal, or if it's a combination of both. And you'll be writing equations of parent functions. So you'll be given either a picture or a description, and you'll have to, it's nothing new that you haven't seen in your homework or the last couple videos. So if you've been keeping up with the videos and doing all your homework assignments, you will be in tip-top shape. So again, this is just back from a couple days ago. We have our linear function, our absolute value function. Remember, it's shaped like that V, so think absolute value V. Our rational equation on the top right. We have our square root, our cubic. I always remember how I said John Travolta with like the 70s disco kind of like arms. And then we have the quadratic. So those are the 6 that you will have a chance of seeing on your quiz. So now we're going to be, I know we just looked at it, but I know you guys have had a lot of practice by now, and we know that linear is that straight line. So it's down there because that's a straight line all the way across. Quadratic is that U shape. So that U parabola shape is up here. You have cubic for John Travolta, the arms, disco arms down here. Square root. Remember, you can't have a negative square root. So there's nothing going to be on the negative side of the y-axis, which shows over here. See how there's nothing on that negative side? So we know that's a square root. We have absolute value, v, so it's shaped like a v, this one. And then last but not least, our rational equation. Again, I cannot solidify. You make sure you know all of these and what they look like. And make sure you basically know these and what it looks like. Less focusing on the names of them, more so it's more important to know what that looks like, what the graph looks like. So now we have a horizontal and vertical shift. So we have our h value and our k value. The h, think h horizontal. So, and that is always going to be inside the grouping of whatever you see. It's always underneath the square root sign, underneath the fraction, in the parentheses. That's where that is located. And if it's subtracting, it's to the right. If it's adding, it's to the left. Remember right here. And then that k value is that vertical shift. So this comes always after or before. It's never like within that grouping, I should say. So it's after the or before the function. Remember, if it's up, think positive, you're going upwards. If it's down, you're going down, negative. Okay. Now we're going to do some practice. So what is the parent function here? This number 1. So we're identifying the parent function, and then we're describing the translation or translations, because some might have 2, some might have 1, which we shall see. So the parent function is the absolute value. So I'm just going to write absolute value of x. Translation, see what's inside that grouping is plus 3. Since it's plus 3, it's going left 3 units. And then plus 2 at the end, up 2. And we'll do the same thing. So that parent function is a square root. Square root of x. Square root. Square root. I'm just abbreviating. Now our translation now, since this 4, or minus 4 I should say, is underneath the square root sign, we know that's our horizontal change. Since it's minus, we know it's going right 4. And then now what comes after the square root is that minus 5. Since it's minus, that's our vertical shift. Oh, sorry, we know it's outside, so we know that's a vertical shift. And since it's minus, it's going down 5 units. Last but not least, we have a cubic function here, because that 3 is helping us signify that it's cubic and not quadratic. If it was 2, if it was x plus 5 squared, then it would be quadratic. But since it's x plus 5 cubed, or to the third power, it's cubic. So I'm just going to write x cubed, or cubic. Now the translation, what's within inside the grouping is our horizontal shift. So it's plus 5, so it's going left 5 units, and minus 4, down 4. And now this next slide here, this is kind of similar to a problem, like the formatting of what one of your problems will be. You'll have like a drag and drop option where you're going to have to we have our bank over here, and you're going to have to drag them into the spots. See how I have these spots as those blue squares? So we're going to have to find our horizontal and vertical shift described here. So we already given that it's a square root, that's our parent function, but we have to fill in the values from the bank over here to make this description stand true. So if we're going left 5, that's going to be underneath, since this is our horizontal shift, the box that's inside the grouping, going left 5, so we know that's plus. I'm going to grab the plus 5 and put that here. So we got left 5 and down 4. And since it's down 4, that's minus 4. Now we can go on to and that's all you're doing for that problem. Now for the second one, we have our rational equation. We have that fraction. So we have a horizontal shift, which is on that denominator. So we're going right 4, and since it's right 4, oh, I just realized we can duplicate this right now. There we go. Oops. Slide that back over. Yeah, so we're going to have to use that again. Since it's right 4, it's minus 4. Oh my goodness. I have to duplicate this again too. I should have done more. Sorry, guys. And then since we're going up 5, that's plus. So we're going right 4 and up 5. Now for this last one, part 3, the horizontal shift is going to be in this box right here. I'll draw a little arrow. Remember, this is a horizontal shift. So left 6. If it's left, it's that plus. Whoops, I gotta be on, not the marker. Here we go. Plus 6 and up 8. So we're going to drag the positive 8 there. So this is kind of a good example of what you could see on your quiz. Like you're going to be dragging options in the minus or plus, or that negative 5 or positive 5 will signify if it's minus or plus. So again, best of luck with your studying. Feel free to email. I know I say that all the time, but make sure you've completed all your past homework assignments. You can still complete them and we'll check them off. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful and safe summer. And I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you guys have helped me become a better teacher. And I thank you guys for that. So good luck with your future endeavors.